Have you ever wondered what happens when a mind sees a future that the world isn't ready for? What if that mind held the keys to a new era of energy, communication, and technology, only to be cast into the shadows of history? This isn't the work of fiction. This is the story of a man who dreamed in lightning and thought in frequencies. A man whose genius was so vast it became his greatest burden. This is the story of Nikola Tesla, the genius the world tried to forget. Our story begins not in a gleaming laboratory, but in the small village of Smiljan in the Austrian Empire, now modern-day Croatia. It was the mid-19th century, a world lit by gas lamps and powered by steam. Communication was slow, bound by the speed of a train or a ship. Electricity was a parlor trick, a scientific curiosity, not the lifeblood of civilization it would become. Into this world, in 1856, Nikola Tesla was born during a fierce lightning storm. His mother, a creative mind herself who invented small household appliances, is said to have called him a child of light. Little did she know how prophetic those words would be. From a young age, Tesla was different. He was plagued by vivid visions and an almost supernatural intuition. He could visualize entire inventions in his mind with photographic detail, building, testing, and perfecting them without ever touching a tool. This world, on the cusp of an industrial revolution, was a blank canvas, and Tesla was about to paint it with electricity. He studied engineering across Europe, his mind racing far ahead of his professors. He knew the existing system of direct current, or DC, was inefficient and limited. He saw a better way, a revolutionary system of alternating current, or AC, that could transmit power over vast distances. With this vision burning in his mind, he set sail for America in 1884, with little more than 4 cents in his pocket and a letter of introduction to the one man he believed would understand, Thomas Edison. America was a whirlwind of ambition. In New York, Tesla walked straight into the lion's den, the workshop of Thomas Edison. Edison, the celebrated wizard of Menlo Park, was the king of direct current. He was a pragmatist, a businessman. Tesla was a visionary, an idealist. The two were destined to clash. Initially, Edison hired Tesla, impressed by his brilliance. He even offered him a handsome bonus to improve his DC generators. Tesla, working tirelessly, delivered results far beyond Edison's expectations. But when he asked for the promised payment, Edison laughed it off, saying, "Tesla, you don't understand our American humor." That broken promise severed their relationship and ignited one of the greatest rivalries in scientific history, the War of the Currents. Tesla struck out on his own, finding a backer in George Westinghouse. Together, they championed alternating current. Edison, fearing the threat to his DC empire, launched a vicious smear campaign. He publicly electrocuted animals with AC to prove its dangers. But science and a superior system could not be held back. In 1893, Tesla and Westinghouse won the contract to power the Chicago World's Fair, illuminating the White City with a dazzling display of AC power that stunned the world. Their ultimate triumph came with the Niagara Falls Power Project, harnessing the raw power of the falls to light up cities miles away. Tesla's AC system became the global standard, the very foundation of our modern electrical grid. He had won, but his greatest dreams were yet to come. With his newfound fame, he established a laboratory in Colorado Springs. Here, under the vast sky, he delved into the mysteries of wireless energy. He created artificial lightning bolts, some over 100 feet long. He discovered terrestrial stationary waves, proving the Earth itself could be used as a conductor. He dreamed of a world wireless system, a network that would transmit not just information, but energy, freely to everyone on the planet. Imagine a world with no power lines, where energy is as accessible as the air we breathe. That was Tesla's vision. He began building his dream on Long Island, a colossal transmission tower called Wardenclyffe. This was to be the dawn of a new age. But here's the twist. Why did a man who electrified the world die penniless and alone? The answer lies in his vision itself. Tesla wasn't just building a power grid. He was trying to give energy away for free. His backer, the powerful financier J.P. Morgan, had invested in a system to sell power, not to liberate it. When Morgan realized Tesla's true ambition, a world where energy could not be metered and sold, he pulled the funding. The Wardenclyffe Tower, Tesla's magnificent dream, was left to rust, a skeleton of a future that never was. His patents expired, rivals claimed his discoveries, and his name began to fade. He was labeled a mad scientist, his grand ideas dismissed as fantasy. The world, it seemed, had chosen profit over progress. He spent his final decades in a New York hotel, feeding pigeons and continuing his theoretical work in isolation. The man who had once stood on a stage and passed high-frequency currents through his own body to prove their safety was now a recluse, forgotten by the very world he had illuminated. Yet, Tesla's legacy is all around us. It echoes in every device we plug into a wall socket, every radio broadcast, every Wi-Fi signal. His work on alternating current powers our homes and cities. His concepts of wireless communication laid the groundwork for radio, remote control, and even the internet. Scientists today are still exploring ideas he first proposed over a century ago, like wireless energy transfer. Though the history books often gave the credit to others, the quiet hum of the modern world is a testament to his genius. His name, once relegated to the footnotes of science, has resurfaced, championed by a new generation that sees him not as a madman, but as a prophet. He was a man who lived 100 years in the future, who saw the potential of our planet in ways we are only now beginning to understand. So, the next time you flip a switch and a room fills with light, remember the man who chased lightning. Remember the mind that saw the future not as it was, but as it could be. History may have tried to forget Nikola Tesla, but his ideas were too powerful to remain in the dark. Thanks for joining us on Echoes of Time. If you want to uncover more stories that history tried to hide, make sure to subscribe and join our journey into the past.